What's up, everybody? Looks like my last video was a little bit too early to the party because shortly after I posted it, the fire department's webpage updated their website, joinlafd.org, and posted the new 2022 firefighter bulletin. Great news. And I'm going to go over it with you guys. So, welcome to my channel. Let's get right to it. Let's pull out that job bulletin. All right, here you go. The City of Los Angeles Personnel Department presents their job bulletin for 2022. And would you look here? Who do we have? That's right. I made the poster. There you go. You're following the right guy. All right, enough of that. Getting into myself. This is about you guys. So for now, I want to highlight some very important things. This is the one that some of you guys who work for other departments are going to want to see. See this starting salary, 74,000 to 109,000, depending on your qualifications. That's a big number. I mean, for a lot of people, they go to a 4-year, 6-year college degree to get that kind of income. And really, if you take a look at the minimum requirements, 18 years of age. Okay, graduated from high school. So even if you are just have your GED equivalent, you are going to qualify to apply for this department. And it says you have to pass the California Candidate Assessment. I'm going to make a whole video on the candidate assessment. It's their placement test. It's really pass or fail. So you will have to study for that. Don't jump and try to apply right away. All right, so it's going to have a few steps here off to the right that you should take in order to apply. And I want to highlight this area right here. February 22nd to June 15th. This is the time frame that you have in order to apply for the actual position. But let's just scroll down a little further and take a look at something else. It's talking about the FCA, the Firefighter Candidate Assessment Test. And look here, it says if you've had a previous achieving passing score in the 2016, 18, or 20, you can submit it to the city and you do not need to retake it. So if you've already passed it, that's great news for you. If you haven't taken it, this is something you need to look at. This is so important right here. Here under step 2, it says testing availability is on a first come, first served basis. For some of you who have never applied for any fire departments, you need to know that there's an entire pool of people waiting with their resumes locked and loaded to submit these things right away. And that's why it's important to have a mentor or someone follow my channel. I can give you a heads up on different things that you need to pay attention to like this, so you don't miss out on this opportunity. So it's saying that seats are limited and may fill up in advance. It's highly encouraged that you schedule your FCA test appointment as soon as possible. So in order to schedule that appointment, you're going to have to go to joinlafd.org. I'll put it up here. And you'll go to their little website link and you'll be able to schedule your appointment for that. Do that now. You may not be ready to take the test, but maybe schedule an appointment a little further out so that you can give yourself time to prepare for the test. It is pass or fail. So I'll make a whole video about that. There's something else I want to highlight in this, and it's different from other years that they have actually given the test and application process. It's right here. It says that full vaccination against COVID-19 or an approved exemption will be required as part of the hiring process. You guys already know what that means. I'm not getting into it, but it says it right there. That frees up a lot of questions for some people. Hey, I'm against the mandate. I'm against the vaccine. Well, if you don't have a valid exemption, which I suggest you look into, you might as well not even apply. But the exemption is here for you if you do have something religious or something like that. Someone asked me if the EMT, what would the EMT requirements be? A California EMT or an NREMT is going to be a requirement. All right, this is another thing that I want to bring up because a lot of people have underestimated this, especially people who are already working as firefighters. And that's the interview. It's a behavioral based review of a candidate's personal history weighted 100%. That means, look at this, look at it like this. It's a passing fail for the written exam, but the interview is 100% weighted. That means that the people who score the highest on the interview are going to be given the opportunity to get a job first. Yes, there's a minimum of a 70%. Let me tell you right now, this is not a 70% department. You need a 95 or 100% in order to even advance to the next portion. One more thing I want to talk about with the interview is that a candidate who applies early may be invited to an interview before the application filing period closes. So the application deadline is June 15th, 2022. What it's saying is this: apply early and you can get invited before this due date right here of June 15th. So, that's really big. You want to get it going, but don't jump. I'm going to make another video about getting your resume and getting your application all set up, ready to submit. So don't just throw one out there because maybe you might miss something important to include in your resume that will help push you to the front of the line. Something else new that was included a few years ago that I didn't have to go through when I got hired is this candidate advanced program fitness assessment. So basically, you're going to be given a physical fitness test that you go in, you do when you go to your background investigation, and that's going to help with your placement as well. So you guys, if you're not in shape, if you're not ready, you guys need to start getting ready now. All right, let's jump over to the background investigation portion. It says that candidates who have their EMT, their CPAP, and their vaccination or exemption will be considered for a field investigation. Your field investigation is an important part as well. I'm going to go into it, but let's just rewind a little bit right here. Your CPAP. The CPAP is another type of physical exam that you actually have to go in, and it's a California thing. I'm going to make a video about that as well. And you need to train specifically to be able to pass that. After you meet the minimum requirements and do all the steps that I've talked about, you're going to go into a field investigation. And once that's done, the fire chief will take a look at your packet and he'll determine whether or not you will advance and be giving a job offer, a conditional job offer. After your conditional job offer, you'll have to go through a medical exam and also a drug and alcohol screening, as well as a psych evaluation. Now, I'm going to help you guys through the medical exam. The drug screening, come on, you already know what's up there. Don't do drugs. The other thing is the psych evaluation. You might need a little guidance through that as well. Maybe I'll make some individual videos about that if you guys want. All right, selective certification. I want to talk about this. Some people are going to be able to move up ahead of everyone else, and that's these hardworking people that have been putting in a lot of time in preparation for a position and an opportunity like this. If you speak multiple languages, Spanish, Mandarin, anything else that will help with the department, the city of Los Angeles has a lot of people that speak other languages other than English, so that's going to help you get hired. The other thing right here, big one, this one helped me, is your National Registry paramedic. It even says you will give it be given priority if you are a state California paramedic. That means they don't even have to send you through school or anything. You're ready to go, ready to get hired. So if you have one of those three things, you should expect to be able to move up in the line for this hiring process. One thing that I like that the department did this time is they put this QR code right here under for to apply and to register for the FCA, their written test. That's cool. That means you guys can print this out. You can scan or just put your phone up to the screen, scan this QR code, and it will take you directly to probably government jobs where they're going to hold their application and be able to apply there and also register for your FCA. Remember, there is a caveat to this job bulletin announcement. There are limited number availability for that FCA written test. You guys need to get in there and secure a spot if you haven't already passed it in the previous exams that were offered in the past. If you're new to my channel, fresh out of high school, fresh out of college, fresh out of military, trying to change careers because you're bored in that office job, you need to get on that right now. Those spots might fill up. You might as well like and subscribe me by now, because I just gave you an important information that's going to help you with this application process. Don't miss out. Hey guys, one more thing before you log out. Do not be discouraged by this video. I know there's a lot that's going on, tests that you have to take, applications that you have to put in. You're not a paramedic, you don't speak multiple languages. Ignore all of that. We have hired baristas. They're now making $120,000 a year. They have been selected by the chief. The chief has seen something in them that he said, hey, I could build off this person, he or she, and I can make them the firefighter that I want them to be. So if you only have a high school diploma, you have nothing else to offer, you meet the minimums. Apply. I'll help you put your best foot forward. Follow my channel, and I'll help you along the way. Thank you.